In the early 20th century, Europe was progressing from monarchies to democratic states. People were used to having one single voice in control, and that is why men like Mussolini were able to provide strength and stability that the people were looking for.
Mussolini was born in a small town in the province of Forli on 29 July 1883.
His father was a blacksmith and a socialist, while his mother was a Catholic schoolteacher. As a young boy, Mussolini would spend some time helping his father in his smithy. Mussolini's early political views were heavily influenced by his father, who was a revolutionary socialist.
Mussolini was sent to a boarding school run by monks. Mussolini was rebellious and was soon expelled after a series of behavior-related incidents, including throwing stones, stabbing a fellow student in the hand, and throwing an ink pot at a teacher. After joining a new school, Mussolini achieved good grades and qualified as an elementary schoolmaster in 1901.
In 1902, Mussolini immigrated to Switzerland, partly to avoid military service.
He worked briefly as a stonemason in Geneva, but was unable to find a permanent job.
Mussolini became active in the Italian socialist movement in Switzerland, working for the paper L'Avvenire del Lavoratore, organizing meetings, giving speeches to workers, and serving as the secretary of the Italian Workers' Union.
In 1903, he was arrested by the Venice police because of his support of a violent general strike and spent 2 weeks in jail.
And therefore he was deported to Italy.
Set free there, he returned back to Switzerland. After another short little holiday in Switzerland, Benito moved back to Italy and fulfilled his conscription service and further involved himself in more politics.
As a socialist, his ideology for war had been very clear. Mussolini participated in a massive anti-war riot. He was completely against Italy's imperialist war. This ended with a 5-month jail sentence.
His voice carried so much passion in speeches and articles. He was a valiant speaker and was not scared to express his opinions. He did not agree with certain actions of the socialists and therefore was expelled from the party. He went on to form the autonomous fascist party.
Mussolini organized a group of war veterans and hired them to be his gang. The black shirts were attacking and destroying organizations of socialists, communists, Republicans, Catholics, trade unionists, and others involved. In other words, they were a group of informal lobbyists. They used convincing tactics such as forcing the consumption of castor oil. They kept the people of Italy in line.
Mussolini's strength and influential position forced the weak king, Victor Emmanuel III, to place him as prime minister.
Mussolini introduced the Acerbo law to parliament, giving him the majority of the seats. Blackshirts went about their acts of brutality to eliminate their opponents.
Matteotti, a Socialist Party leader, requested the removal of the Acerbo law, put in place by Mussolini. Mussolini was furious. Blackshirts killed Matteotti, and Mussolini did not take any responsibility for the murder. His hesitations resulted in their support for the fascism to decline.
Blackshirts gave one simple ultimatum: set up a dictatorship or they will remove him from power. The result was that Mussolini told Parliament that if fascism was an association of thugs, he was at its head.